Welcome everyone. In this video we are going to be talking about the 404 loop. So this is an interaction that Reitinger and I have come up with, and there's actually two variants of it. So these are our wands right here, so let's get into it. So I first noticed this interaction when I had quantum split on. So I assumed it was adding something to wand refresh. In actuality, you can do this without quantum split, so we're going to take that off for right now. And the first variant is this one right here. So this is a double spell into a spark bolt trigger. You can use a timer, or you can use a trigger, or you can even use a expiration trigger. And that is going into wand refresh. So the interaction is actually mainly based on this trigger right here. This spell is grabbing this wand refresh, and it's doing something like this. So it's not the easiest to see. If we were to take this off, you can see just a normal spark bolt with this on, a intense spark bolt. So what's actually going on is this wand is casting every spell that it can with its mana pool. So this has a 900 max mana pool, so it's casting however many spark bolts it can fit in with 900 mana. And I don't know if it takes into consideration wand refresh, but I'm pretty sure it does, because you can also increase that by adding a mana. So if we do this, it is quite intense. Well, you also have to wait for the cast delay that is now added and wrapped into several times. So we're actually going to take that off for testing. But if you wanted to add more spells, then you add more mana. But if you add too much mana, if I was to throw 2 mana modifiers on here, this will actually crash the game. So don't do that. And then we have the second one, which is this one right here. So it's less intense, but it'll keep casting this trigger until it runs out of mana. It's pretty fantastic. And like I said, I found out with quantum split first. It looks pretty. And then with this one, you can definitely tell what's going on. So yeah, those are the first and very basic of the 404 loop. And I still have to give a huge thanks to Reitinger, because we have been doing a lot of testing on stream, and like, it is intense. And as you can see by this wand down there, this is Reitinger's wand, and it is something else. So we'll get to that eventually. Oh, let me show off this one as well. This one looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's like a firework in your pocket. Boop. And then we get into this one. So like I said, it's going to add that cast delay because it's wrapping into it. So you can just throw a chainsaw on it, and that'll fix that problem. So you can do something like this. And this is our pretty wand. So we're actually going to change the color of it. Let's choose red. Okay, probably don't rapid fire this one, but there's some red particles. Look pretty sexy. And then we can get some orange particles. And then, I don't know why it's out of order. Let's get some... Oh, it's not out of order. I'm just swapping them weird. Let's get some yellow. And finally, let's get some green. Oh, great. Nola, add more particle colors. They're fantastic. Don't use this one, it'll crash your game. I don't know why. I think it's because the projectile's traveling so fast. Also, when I say crash, it only crashed in the dev world. I haven't tried it with the normal world, but I wanted to make blue particles, and it crashed my game immediately after. So we won't, unfortunately, be using this one. And then we can get into this third wand. This third wand is kind of my little finale with this whole new tech. And it's pretty great. I'm sad because Chain Bolt doesn't look as phenomenal as it can, but it still looks pretty cool. And something I've found that looks pretty spectacular as well is a giant spitter bolt. Alright, and I guess we'll get into Reitenger's wand, because this thing is a beast. So I created a little platform because it will wrap into the heavy shot, and the heavy shot adds knockback. And so this wand, after casting it once, yeeted me across the entire map. So, well, it didn't. It yeeted me all the way until I hit something over here. But we'll cast this once and see what it does. No, the video did not freeze. And this is not an issue with rendering or anything like that. The game is still running. And will be for about a minute. So yeah, that's Reitenger's wand. It actually killed the test dummy that I had right here because it didn't have enough health. I don't know what number that was. If I can see it in when I'm editing, I'll put it there. But yeah, the test dummy is no longer there, so I guess that's a good way to remove the test dummy. And it's something spectacular. So you're probably wondering why these music notes are lasting here so long and everything like that. It's because it wrapped into this ping pong path that added 25 lifetime to them, but it wrapped so many times that these are practically infinite. Like, the video will be long done before these even go away. But like I said, the manas to add more mana onto this wand. This is the wand stats, by the way, and Reitinger confirmed that you can get these stats, and you could probably even get better cast delay and recharge time and stuff like that, and even more mana. At some point, you probably should call it quits, but it is something you can do. And then the Croton Bloods, obviously to add damage to this note. The heavy shots to add damage to this note. And then this divide by 10 to multiply the moo, it looks like. There's a lot going on. Reitenger's brain is pretty spectacular. And yeah, something before we finish is that you notice that we have 20 cast on this one, but we don't have unlimited spells or anything like that, and it's not using any of them. The reason is because it's paired with wand refresh, so you can do that with pretty much anything. After I throw it on the ground, let's pick that back up, swap this over here, and let's say we just had a chain bolt. Well, that's not proper testing because chain bolt already makes modifiers unlimited. So if we just pair the chainsaw with this wand refresh, none of the uses will ever be used. So that's something cool, and it doesn't matter where it is. But yeah, and that's, I don't even know if we're even gonna come up with a name with that, but it's something cool that you can use with like healing, black holes, anything that has uses, except for materials. Materials are strange, and they're like a projectile on their own, so they get used up, which doesn't make sense, but it makes sense a little bit. All right, well, hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you have a wonderful evening, noon, and night. Goodbye.